You've been told you hit the wall because your muscles ran out of fuel. But what if I told you your tank isn't empty? Your brain is just pulling the plug. What if fatigue isn't physical at all? Well, my name's Marc Bates. I'm a metabolic health coach, and this is part of my question and answer series. Why you hit the wall isn't about running out of fuel. And here's the truth. Okay, let's get to the question. You mentioned that muscle ATP levels remain high at fatigue, and there's no evidence of muscle rigor mortis post exercise, which dismantles the anapolaritic theory. This suggests fatigue isn't actually caused by fuel depletion as we've been taught. If glycogen depletion isn't the real culprit behind hitting the wall, what is Professor Noakes proposing as the actual mechanism for exercise fatigue? Well, this is fascinating because you're absolutely right to question the traditional glycogen depletion fatigue model because the evidence is that muscles are not depleted when people hit the wall in the lab. Professor Tim Noakes has been one of the most outspoken critics of this paradigm. In his research, he proposes a radically different framework for understanding fatigue, the central governor model. Okay, so the central governor model is fatigue is brain regulated, not fuel limited. Okay, rather than fatigue being a result of muscle energy substrate depletion like glycogen, Noakes proposes that the brain regulates fatigue proactively to protect the body from harm. Here's a breakdown of what the CGM proposes. 1. Fatigue is a protective mechanism. The central nervous system acts like a governor in an engine, continuously monitoring core body temperature, oxygen availability, metabolic reserves, electrolyte balance, environmental conditions. When the brain detects that continuing at certain current intensity could risk organ failure, overheating, or other danger, it reduces motor unit recruitment to skeletal muscles. This reduces force production and creates the perception of fatigue, well before actual energy stores are critically low. 2. Muscle biochemistry at fatigue doesn't match the depletion hypotheses. In muscle biopsies taken at the point of voluntary exhaustion, ATP levels are still high. Creatine phosphate is not critically depleted. Glycogen is often only partially depleted, and in some muscle fibers, fully intact. So the muscles can keep contracting, but the brain overrides them. 3. Perception of effort is the final limiter. Noakes integrates the idea that perceived exertion is the central variable. Your pacing, speed, and willingness to continue are subconsciously regulated based on past experience, emotional state, environmental stress, hydration, and fuel status. The brain negotiates with the body to produce a safe level of exertion. And then the brain paces the body. In a sense, you never reach true muscular fatigue. Instead, performance is self-limited by your brain to ensure survival. The wall that marathoners hit is more like a neurochemical stop sign, not an empty gas tank. And finally, there's evidence from carbohydrate refeeds. One of the most elegant supports for CGM is the rapid performance recovery after ingesting carbohydrate. Even before glycogen could be restored, ingesting sugar or even just rinsing the mouth with carbohydrate solution can improve performance, decrease RPE, and increase power output. This shows the brain is responding to signals of energy availability, not actual fuel replenishment. Yeah, and now there was a test on this. They were taking marathon runners and telling them, take the sweet electrolyte drink and just rinse your mouth with it. Don't swallow any and spit it out. Just the sweet taste told the brain, oh, we've got carbohydrates coming in. We can release the brakes. It's all in the brain. So in summary, Professor Noakes proposes that fatigue is an anticipatory, self-regulating process controlled by the brain, not a passive biochemical failure due to depleted glycogen. So when athletes hit the wall, it's not because their muscles can't go on, it's because the brain won't let them under current perceived risk. So if maybe you're not a marathon runner, but maybe you play golf and you feel just a little bit tired by the near the end of the ninth or 18th hole. Well, guess what? Don't drink that heavy carb laden drink. Just rinse your mouth with it, and your brain gets a signal and goes, "Oh, okay, we got more fuel." Something as simple as that could be what really drives you up in performance. Okay, thanks for watching. Appreciate everyone. If you have any questions or comments, obviously put them in the appropriate section. And this is a community here. I'm here to help you learn what you want to learn. Let me know what you're thinking of, and we'll try to build videos on those items. And if you haven't done so, please like, subscribe, share this video with somebody who needs it. And if you have an athlete in your life, share it with them, because it might really save them from over drinking those sweet drinks which get in the way. Okay? Thank you very much.